Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the second episode of Main Event Breakdown. I am one half of your host, Dawson, and we have the other half here.
I'm Carson, and we are reviewing the Raw after the Royal Rumble.
Yes, sir. So, overall, what'd you think?
I thought it was a great
I
Rumble.
thought it was kind of a banger.
Raw to
I also
follow the
thought it was a
Rumble.
banger.
So yeah, we'll start off, and we started off with a bang.
Dude, we didn't even get the introduction that they usually do. They just went right into it.
Like we had the Then Now Forever, and then boom, Braun Breaker just showed up.
Yeah, he was just there.
He was there, and he was so mad
He was
about the Masked
livid.
Man. Going crazy. The Vision had to come out there and try and calm him down.
It didn't work. It didn't work very well.
Out.
But then Pierce came out finally and brought the whole slew of bodyguards with him.
Yes, he did.
And then
LA Knight's music hits.
Yes, sir. But that was right after he gave some choice words. I want to just point out his words. I did like the fact that I don't remember. He gave him
He said that it's good that he keeps his job after his
his piss poor performance or something like that at the Rumble.
Yeah.
And that I thought that was hilarious. But then yes, LA Knight's music hit, and he just came in and just
attacked the Vision, which being Austin Theory and Logan Paul were left in the ring.
Yes, hit them with a chair. Then Bronson Reed tried to run back, and then bro just dipped.
Bronson Reed did not move fast enough.
But yeah, that was really that. I mean, it was a pretty short segment, but it was a great way. It was a very
great way to start off
intense way to start off Raw. And I appreciated that.
You can definitely tell we're on the road to WrestleMania.
Oh yeah, but then
we head into the Javon Evans versus El Grande Americano match.
Yes,
and man, Javon is a great performer.
Javon is such a good performer, even though he looked like he was injured. Injured, I put in air quotes. I don't really know.
You never know if they're selling or not.
Yeah.
But Javon had an entrance, was getting in with the crowd, hyping everybody up.
Yeah.
Went out there, they had a great match. So they
I
went
don't
on,
know. Yeah, I think
their
it was
match,
just,
and then we started getting some bits of shenanigans.
Yes, them Los Americanos. I already forgot their names. Rio and
it's
Bravo.
Rio's red,
Bravo's blue. Yes,
as Corey Graves put it.
Yes, Corey Graves. Oh, Corey Graves. Oh.
Great to have him on
yes.
commentary.
But then, yeah, there was a shenanigans, and it looked like El Grande Americano was going to pull out the win. They pulled out the metal plate. And then the OG El Grande Americano pulled up to the function.
The original El Grande Americano. Distracting.
Yeah, he literally just stood there and aura farmed the entire time he was there.
And then the ref saw the middle plate, took it away. Javon hit the OG cutter
and put him away. Again, I would like to point out, like we talked about in the last episode, the inconsistency of rules a little bit. I thought that if he would have saw that play, he would have just kicked him out.
Yeah, I thought it was a DQ. I didn't know. Maybe
I guess
you don't, like, if you haven't used it yet.
Yeah,
you technically haven't broken any rules. I'm not sure, but either way, Javon won the match cleanly. So great way to have a first match on.
Yeah, good way to start it. And then, oh god.
And then Gunther came out to AJ Styles theme.
He didn't even do it right. He posted up with just the arms like pet. Oh my god. What a
troll. But
I know.
It was, fair, like cheap heat.
Yeah, cheap heat. I mean, it's not really much to say. It's just Gunther saying his first Bill Goldberg, then John Cena, now AJ Styles. I mean, I did kind of like that he had there where he's really driving that career killer, because he had it on his Titantron, and then like the little like name card that comes up, it also said career killer, and then flipped to Gunther. So, and then Dragon Lee
comes out.
I was
former tag team partner of AJ Styles.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting Dragon Lee to come out. Really, I wasn't expecting
Dragon Lee's career is going to be over here shortly.
Yes, he's going to just like put him away. He was doing pretty well for a little bit, and then Gunther smacked him in the face with the bell.
The bell.
He hit the bell.
And then Gunther put him in a sleeper hold. He almost killed the man.
Dude, he hung there limp. I just watched a man die on live television.
Yeah, it was bad, but I definitely setting up this match. Don't know if it's going to be a Raw or Elimination Chamber, but unfortunately, I think it'll be a squash match.
Yeah.
I think Dragon Lee is going to get a little bit of offense in right at the start of the match, and then Gunther's just going to murk him. However, I do enjoy that Gunther isn't only going against people to end their careers.
Yeah, I would have to agree that you got to give him a little something because, like, the next career, if we look at it, the next career that he's not going to that he's going to end is not. You would think is Brock's, and that's not till SummerSlam.
You're looking at Brock Lesnar or Rey Mysterio, possible Jericho
possible
return, but like I would
Jericho
like to see a
return.
little bit of a run from Jericho
Mhm.
instead of just coming in, going after Gunther right away, and being done.
Yeah, but I really, it was. I don't know. It was just cheap heat. Gunther, you know how Gunther usually rolls. He's just an ass. I don't know what to say.
But next we had the War Raiders coming out for a tag match.
Yeah, the War Raiders.
Who answered the call? Obafemi.
Just Obafemi. There wasn't even a ref in the ring. Like, there was no bell. There was no ref in the ring. They didn't, like, he just went over there and he just laid them out.
There was a ref in the ring, but Obafemi got in, and the ref got out, and Obafemi just went to town on the two.
Yeah.
And the poor War Raiders, love them as a tag team, but man, did Obafemi look good. He just crushed them. Hopefully he's on Raw, which, as I see in the last episode, makes me believe that Powerhouse Hobbs is going to SmackDown.
Yes.
But I'm not, like, with him appearing on Raw, I think he's going to be on Raw, just looking at it, because like he hasn't appeared on either brand yet, only the advertisements. So looking like Obafemi is more than likely going to be on Raw, which I am actually kind of thrilled about.
Yeah.
I think we could get more in the main event picture other than Roman Reigns and CM Punk, which we'll get to later, and like Braun Breaker and the Vision, especially with Seth Rollins being out. Hopefully he returns in this Masked Man storyline, not for sure, but I do think we need to mix up the main event a little bit, or give Obafemi the Intercontinental title off of Dominic Mysterio.
Yes.
Who we will also talk about later.
This is true. I think now would be a good time to bring up some of the backstage segments because I'm going to be quite honest. I know we just watched it not that long ago, but I cannot for the life of me remember what order they came in. But the first one I think of is the Braun Breaker segment where Adam Pearce claimed that LA Knight was escorted out the building.
He walked LA Knight out of the building.
And after Paul Heyman came in and again doing the Paul Heyman thing and throwing a hissy fit, trying to get Breaker and Knight in a match. But then he said, no, I walked Knight out the building, and I suggest you walk Breaker out the building.
In which Paul Heyman then proceeded to do so.
Well, tried to for the first time for a little bit.
There's a little bit of a fight between Braun Breaker and Paul Heyman. Nothing that's like going to implode the Vision. But Braun Breaker is definitely not happy with the Masked Man in the LA Knight attack. As if I were in his position, I would be either.
Yeah. A part of me thinks that with this, though, because like Braun was trying to go, I thought he was just going to go straight up just spear and beat the ever-living crap out of Adam Pearce.
See, but then he'd get like actually suspended. This time they couldn't blame
I think
on Adam Pearce.
Braun Breaker is getting a little too hot-headed. Yeah, big for his britches, a little too hot-headed, and it's going to cost him here in what I feel is the near future.
Heading into
WrestleMania, yeah, with a possible match between him and hopefully the soon returning Seth Rollins. But
our next actual segment out in the ring, Brie Bella returned.
Yes, Brie Bella did come back at the Royal Rumble, and then finally the Bella Twins made their appearance in
stating that they're going to be in the women's tag team
I'm
division.
so very happy about this because they finally can have some women's tag titles to go after.
I'm a little surprised that Rhea and Io didn't walk out towards the end of the segment when they said they were going after the tag titles, but I'm not opposed to it. Let Brie Bella have her return moment, return speech.
Yes, and
we also got to point out
nowhere better to do it than Philly, giving him the Cooper DeJean chance, the Coop chance. That was funny. I did like that. They saying boo because the Eagles didn't go to the Super Bowl, or because what is it? Some other thing, and they're like, and Brie, no, I think they're saying Coop, and she's like, well.
Hey, made the Pro Bowl.
Yeah.
Can't blame the woman.
Yeah. Fortunately, he was not. Yeah, that's why he wasn't there.
If only he was there.
If only he was there, but
they
he
would
was
have
currently.
panned
I don't even know
him.
where the Pro Bowl is this year, but he's over there doing Pro Bowl
He
athlete
just wants to
things.
go back to Cabo. But anyway, so they
But
announced
yeah,
that they're going after the tag titles, which
that was
is
the gist of
nice.
that, pretty much. I mean, which could look very good because, like I said before, they finally have titles, tag titles to go after in the women's division.
Next, we have the Bronson Reed Penta match, which was actually quite a fire match.
I thought it was pretty good.
And
Having
I do kind of like the way it ended.
yeah,
Penta, the Vision tried to do shenanigans. Penta went to take out the Vision, taking out the ref in the process.
mhm.
Bronson Reed would have gotten a 3 count, would have won the match. The ref wasn't there, so he gets out to grab a chair. And lo and behold, LA Knight is back in the building, or maybe he never left. But
Yeah,
he went out, hit a foot force trauma on Bronson Reed onto the chair
yeah,
that
onto the
Bronson
chair that he
Reed
grabbed.
grabbed, and Penta wins by countout.
I'll be a count out. Yes, I do like how they're playing. This is really getting me a little hyped up that they're actually going to start pushing LA Knight a little bit, just making him come in. He's just tearing through these guys.
I would love to see LA Knight get some love.
Yes, sir. I would love to see LA Knight win a world title, but I don't know if Triple H is ready for that conversation yet. But
good to see him get some
yes,
love.
it's very good. This was an enjoyable segment. I did like having Logan Paul and Austin Theory there as well. And then like chasing him out. Literally, this time I'm pretty sure he did run out the building because they literally chased him out the building.
They chased him through the crowd.
Yeah.
And then next we have the return from injury, Dominic Mysterio.
Dominic Mysterio with his mustache, like Corey Graves says, would pull anybody,
not
male
just
nor female, male or female. Hey, I mean, props to the man. I
props to
guess.
the man. His mullet is definitely luscious.
Yeah, but she basically Dom comes back. Sorry. It's the long hair, you get to sometimes, but Dom comes back and pretty much just introduces. He's literally just there to introduce Liv Morgan.
Introduces Liv as your 2026 Royal Rumble winner.
Hold on. No. It was the winner of the 2026 Women's Royal Rumble winner. That is actually how he put it.
Some people mess up with their speech. I'm one before, but yes,
I just thought
we did catch that.
Just giggle out of it, okay?
So Liv Morgan comes out, talks about how she won the Royal Rumble and that she will be on SmackDown on Friday to weigh her options on what champion to go after. And then she has Raquel Rodriguez come out to talk to her before her match.
Yeah.
And we are definitely leaning towards a Judgment Day implosion.
Yes.
Raquel was annoyed that Liv threw her out, but Liv's reasoning was, "Oh, you're not a selfish person. You have a title opportunity tonight, and then I have one later on."
Mm-hmm.
So you can definitely feel the tension there.
Yeah. I feel like I agree that I feel that it's gonna have a Judgment Day, especially with implosion, especially with how Raquel's match ended.
Yes.
That it's next week is gonna be a big week for the Judgment Day.
Yeah, and Liv is gonna be on Friday Night SmackDown. I don't think she is going to go after Jade.
I think that's
I don't think those two. I mean, they could put on a good match, but I don't think right now with either storyline that those two going against each other is a good idea.
Yeah. But speaking of the Judgment Day implosion, I'd like to jump to the segment. Finn Balor's segments.
Yes.
Segments he's been having. Basically just saying how he doesn't feel he was going through his whole career with respect and how now he feels like that respect is not being given to him.
He feels like he's been giving respect and getting disrespected.
Which is 100% right. Like with this whole Royal Rumble thing.
Title, as soon as he came to the main roster, when they first introduced the Universal title, however, he dislocated his shoulder, was out for a number of months. And once he came back, he was the same Finn Balor. Everybody loved him, but WWE did not give him the love they had previously. That's always one of the big wrestling what ifs is if Finn Balor didn't get it.
Mm-hmm. But now that he's calling out Punk too, which I believe is going to lead to a match at Elimination Chamber. We had a title match at in Finn's hometown or home area, and now we're going to go to Punk's hometown to do another title match. But
anyway, heading to the Philadelphia Street Fight.
I really thought that this was going to be the main event.
I mean,
I didn't expect it to happen literally right after that segment.
Yeah. I mean, it was the main event in terms of matches,
and
the main event we got after watching it definitely deserved its
Oh
spot.
yeah, that was amazing.
But this match exceeded my expectations. I knew these two women could put on a good match, especially when you have it being a no DQ match. But did they go out there and perform? Tables, people going through tables, kendo sticks,
Damn, them Slim Jim tables, I tell you
all the
tell you
chairs.
what.
I will definitely say Raquel Rodriguez was really struggling with setting things up.
Yes, that chair.
She set up the chair in the corner that fell. She was struggling to get the
Yeah,
steps
she
later
was
in the
just
match. It I mean, the match was still great, but she definitely, and it's not on her. Everybody has a bad day, but the equipment was not on her side this night.
no, not at all. But I thought it was a decent match, and then
Yeah.
the way it ended, Liv doing
Liv,
exactly what
yeah.
Raquel told her not to do.
Yeah, earlier Raquel said, "You stay in the back. I've got this."
Yeah.
And Liv and Roxanne come to try and interfere. It didn't help or really hurt Roxanne, I guess. I mean, Liv distracted Roxanne a little bit to let Stephanie get up, but all in all,
Raquel.
Raquel.
Yeah.
You're correct.
Yep.
Yeah, Raquel distracted her a little bit, and Stephanie got a little bit of an upper hand. And when Roxanne came out, she literally went through a table right away.
Yeah,
So
I feel like Roxanne didn't
was
really do anything. I just feel like Liv was just there for the distraction, which caused her to throw her back onto that table. But
they didn't have a crazy amount of effect in the actual match. The ending with the Hurricane Rana through the table, that table is definitely set up a little too close to the corner. It still worked out fairly well,
Yeah.
but
she threw the table on top of her.
Definitely, as we said, the equipment was not on their side
Yes.
tonight, but it is what it is. Stephanie Vaquer picks up.
Me personally, I don't know how much I like the verdict. I feel like it would have maybe benefited a little more into that Judgment Day implosion if Raquel had won. I understand that because then you're going to go and have Raquel and Liv. Possibly, I guess maybe she could lose it before Mania. But
Yeah, I definitely think it's gonna be Stephanie Liv at WrestleMania. And I don't know if Raquel is going to interfere with that match and let Stephanie retain, or if Liv's gonna win and then Raquel is gonna be jealous and turn on her after Mania.
Yeah,
we never know. Mania is it's the Super Bowl. After that, it's like a whole reset new year for the WWE. But then after the match, Liv Morgan goes in and attacks Stephanie.
Yes, and then picks up a title like she's like, "Yep, I want this title," but I guess we're still gonna.
She's still gonna be on
She's gonna go to
SmackDown.
SmackDown. I have a feeling she's gonna go to SmackDown and get the piss slapped out of her by Jade Cargill and get scared and then run back to Raw. And
I definitely see Liv going after the women's world title, the title that she gave up when she got injured. She's definitely coming back to win it back.
Yes, but and then another with the other backstage segment, which was I thought was great.
Oh yeah, I don't know exactly where it was placed. It might have been here, but it was somewhere.
Yeah,
the Alpha Academy Burt Kreischer.
That was good, dude. Burt Kreischer is just I love him. He's so funny.
Such a goofball. But he fit in well with that segment, I feel. Him and Otis great together. You had Tozawa in there.
Yep.
Talking about how everything's going to be carnage. Alpha Academy has that title match
Yep.
next week.
With the Usos.
And then Maxine
came in. She was not very happy.
Yeah, I definitely like what they're doing with Maxine.
I
like how she's doing her own thing, but still a part of the Alpha Academy.
Yeah.
if they split off, if she splits off, she splits off, I guess. But I
Yeah.
do like how they're kind of both their own identities, but still together. I don't want to see them split off because I like the trio dynamic.
Mhm.
But if she eventually does split off, it is what it is. But I do like what they're doing with the Alpha Academy, kind of giving them a push, letting them go against the Usos for the tag titles. I don't think they win that match, personally.
Yeah.
I think you're gonna get the New Day Usos at WrestleMania,
Yes. That's what we want, at
but
least.
but um definitely like that Alpha Academy is getting some love, and then Maxine, the storyline with Natalia, now Natty,
Mhm.
um looking pretty good. They have a match next week, I believe.
Yes. Hopefully, part of me wants him to stay away from the women's IC championship, though, because for my hopeful IC title match at WrestleMania being Becky Lynch and a hopefully soon returning AJ Lee,
Yes,
because I know she signed.
she signed a 3-year
Yeah,
deal,
there's
and she's had been on
couple
a couple
times.
times
I heard
on
she had a book
Right.
tour, like
Yeah,
something like that,
she
and
she had the book tour set up right away.
mhm. So hopefully she's back soon. I was hoping she'd come back at the Rumble, but
It is what it
I was
is.
quite surprised that there was no Becky
But I
Lynch
mean,
segment tonight. I would have figured she would have came storming in yelling about how she wasn't eliminated from the
from the
Rumble.
Rumble. Yeah, but going back, like AJ Lee, like everybody can have like with the Rumble being in Saudi Arabia, they had to wear those full body suits, and I don't know how much that works with what AJ Lee's normal ring gear
Yeah, she
is.
just wears the same thing.
Yeah,
She wears the jean shorts, the laced up Converse boot, whatever the
boots
thing
and
is,
then her
her normal
normal
merch.
t-shirt. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, I mean, you could she probably could get some form of bodysuit, but I just don't think it would have worked out
Mhm.
very well for her because everybody else has, has their gear that isn't normally a bodysuit, but like their bodysuits didn't look bad. But AJ Lee, I just don't know what you give her to wear that covers her whole body.
Yeah. But I think that leaves us with one final thing,
The main event
the main
promo
event promo, and boy, was that a
that
banger.
we know who the men's Royal Rumble winner Roman Reigns is
Yes,
targeting.
we do
As we
know.
suspected, it was CM Punk, and now we are for sure it's CM Punk after this promo tonight.
And they really went back and forth. They really
They
took
went
some
at it.
deep digs at each other. I don't think I heard Roman call Punk once. He just referred to
Yeah,
him as Phil the entire time.
yeah,
But
yeah. But to start out, Roman came out, asked the crowd who he should choose. And they all they said CM Punk. Anytime he'd say Drew McIntyre, they'd boo. He'd say CM
yeah,
Punk, they cheered. And CM Punk came out, and the first thing CM Punk did was address Finn Balor,
just
and
completely ignored Roman. And of course, the tribal
yeah,
chief is not taking too kindly to that.
yeah, Roman Reigns was not happy with that at all. So they go back with some good digs. Like Roman Reigns told him that uh, Punk shouldn't disrespect his family. That his family is the reason there's a company that uh, CM Punk can come
Yeah,
back to. CM Punk said, "I'm here every day, every week. I'm
yeah.
here doing my job."
I go to 5 different countries in a month,
Yeah,
talking to fans or whatever.
yeah. And then Roman right back like, "You took a 10-year vacation. I would be doing everything I
Yeah,
can too."
or Punk saying like, you're the only reason I'm the only reason you're here. I'm the only reason the Shield was here in the first place, which I thought was a good one. Taking that,
Yeah.
I do love it when people make cuts at Seth and Roman for the Shield.
Uh huh.
That's always a nice, like, little deep
Yeah.
jab.
It would be nice if in the next few years if we could get Dean Ambrose, now John Moxley, back into WWE for a little bit
Yeah,
to get some form of Shield reunion. We
before they
had
all
one in
retire, that would be
we,
quite
we
nice.
had one in 2017, but like that was only
Yeah,
to try and get Roman over, and it wasn't quite time. But you come bring him back and have like an actual Shield reunion that takes a year and a half to actually develop.
hmm,
I think would be
yeah,
fantastic, especially with their characters now, like with Roman being the tribal chief, not just the big dog,
hmm.
because the big dog was just Shield Roman Reigns on his own,
The big dog was just, yeah,
which
just
like
muscle.
Yeah,
It was just
when
muscle.
you just put it it was easily to put him back in the Shield.
Yeah.
But now trying to get these 3 for sure main eventers that everybody likes,
Hmm.
but still don't but they don't like each other, trying to get
Because
them
yeah, you
back
got
together.
Moxley, who's the leader of his. I guess I don't know what his group is
I think it's like
in
the
AEW.
Blackpool Combat Club or
Yeah, something
something
like
on
that.
that
And then you
line.
got Seth, who was the leader of the division, but is very good at being a leader and like doing things on his own. And you got Roman, who is leader. You got these three big leader
Leaders.
characters that are just gonna like try to work as a team.
Yeah. Oh, well, and then even, like, especially, like, Reigns and Moxley trying to trust Seth again.
Hmm.
Seth possibly not trusting Moxley after the Moxley heel turn on when they had reunited the first time.
Yeah,
Roman Reigns had announced his leukemia, and then that night, Dean Ambrose still turned heel on Seth Rollins after winning the tag titles,
yeah,
which was I am surprised that Vince McMahon kept that in there, but it just made that turn ever so more bitter. Like it
yeah.
stung more.
But
But anyway,
back to the promo.
but yeah, and Punk was like, "You're following my footsteps. You're doing
Yeah,
this," and Roman was like, "I'm not following your footsteps. I've made myself. I've made myself. You leaving the company made my life 10 times
harder.
harder,
Yeah.
and look where I'm at
And now
now."
he was saying like how Punk said he got him into the company, and Roman's like, well, when you decided to come back, who do you think they asked if it was a good idea? They asked me. I let you back in here.
Yeah, and I love how Punk said Drew McIntyre was the easy road,
Yeah,
and Roman Reigns clapped back with, Drew McIntyre's like
like
3
times
times
your
your size.
size. Yeah. And then they started talking about, and he said, well, the last time you faced him, you were crying over a plastic bracelet, which is a bracelet with
Yeah,
him and AJ's
it has
bracelet. Yeah,
AJ
AJ
and
and
Larry, the dog
yeah.
who passed recently,
Hmm.
actually.
And then Roman tried to reach for it, and he
Yeah,
said, hey now.
yeah.
And
But
then
they went at it, and at the end of the promo, Roman was like, "I'm not choosing you because you're this or that. I'm choosing you
because
because
I
I hate
hate
you."
you. Yeah, I can't believe that he said that after all they've been through. The Zebros.
They
I
did
I,
mention that.
I
That
can't
was
I can't believe that they
fantastic.
mentioned that. You talk about some Zebros.
Fist bump.
Oh,
So I Roman mentioned that Punk was mocking him walking back to the gorilla after War Games.
yes.
I never saw this clip. I'm not saying it didn't happen. It definitely could have happened. I
Yeah.
see them doing it just jokingly,
I'm assuming
but
Punk was just throwing up some ones or
taking
something.
this and putting it into a storyline, I think is fantastic because
Hmm.
you know WWE wrestlers, especially after the event's over, like to goof around.
Yeah.
But seeing them now take this and putting it into the rivalry, the build, I think is fantastic.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what I think too. I just think this is going to be a great build. Now that I'm glad that they started this now because I feel like
Yes,
this is just going to
we
boil up
yeah.
until
After this
Mania.
Raw, as I stated at the beginning, we are definitely on the road to
Oh yeah,
WrestleMania.
that's so for certain. But yeah, I just feel like more things will kindle. I know by next week we'll know who lives going after.
More than
More
likely,
than likely, I'm assuming we know. I would say it's safe to say we
I
know
say
now.
I say we say yeah, it's definitely safe to say that she's going after the women's world title
Hmm.
because I don't see her and Jade mixing well, and like Liv Morgan's on Raw anyway,
Yeah.
so there's no reason of switching over to SmackDown right away when you can easily do something over there where you can have the Jordan Grace, Jade Cargill shoot possibly. You can have a returning Bianca Belair.
Yeah, I'm banking on one of these SmackDown nights when they do their qualifying matches that it'll be an
It's a
open,
mystery
yeah, it'll be
opponent,
a mystery opponent, or someone will get hurt.
or they don't even announce who it is. They just
Yeah,
have like you have to wait until the ring announcer says, this is an elimination chamber qualifying match, and we just have no idea who it
yeah.
is.
Or they'll just tell us. Like sometimes they just like do that. Like these big returns. Like, oh yeah, just Bianca Belair is just gonna be on the card.
Yep, which is unfortunate. But also we have the Elimination Chamber qualification matches starting next week.
Yes, I am quite excited to see that. I'd like to see who's going to be.
I would definitely like to see some Vision representation, whether that's Braun
I
Breaker.
think we're going to see a lot of that
Yeah,
on
I
Raw, on the
want to
Raw
see
side of things.
like if we could get 2 Vision members in it. I know people may not want to see that,
Logan Paul.
but like I see people like you put Braun Breaker in there, but I think we should put Logan Paul in there. Logan Paul does great in these gimmick matches.
Mm-hmm.
He does great in
The Rumble.
Rumble, Chamber,
Or,
Survivor Series War Games. He
yeah.
did fantastic in that. Logan Paul does good in these gimmick matches.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying his normal matches aren't good; they're still good.
Yeah.
But he excels in these gimmick matches. You know, the Rumble. He's got many moments. A few years ago, when he had the marker drawing in the cage in the
Yeah.
pod,
Yeah.
that was fantastic.
And
But
then when Kevin Owens got into his
yeah,
and just started
started beating
crazy
him.
on him. Yeah.
But Logan Paul definitely does great. He knows how to get cheap heat. Like last year when he was in Canada and he brought out the American flag after they booed the national anthem.
Mm-hmm.
Um, fantastic work. He is definitely a social media star, and it works to his benefit
Yeah.
in the WWE.
Mm-hmm. But I know I just really would like to see. I just like to see Logan Paul. Like as much as people don't like him for what he did in the past. I mean, like, come on,
Yeah, he was
he's a
young and
child.
dumb. It's definitely huge mistake. You
Yeah.
cannot overlook it.
Yeah.
But he's much older now. He did that when he was, I think, 20.
Oh yeah.
I don't know exactly what his age was,
He
but
was a wee young buck.
he's 31 now, and
I can't
both
believe Logan Paul
yeah
is 31 years old.
yeah, but both Dawson and I are around the age Logan Paul was when he made that mistake, and I
Yeah.
can definitely say I am not a grown adult who would make fantastic decisions.
Oh
Now,
yeah.
I'm not saying I would make that decision,
Mm-hmm.
but I can definitely see with all the star power, the fame he was
The
getting that was all
clout.
just
Yeah.
instantly the clout. I can definitely see how that can drive somebody to doing that.
Mm-hmm.
But definitely now, you look at Logan Paul, he's definitely much older, much wiser, still has much to learn, but he's definitely better than what he was. Like, especially if you go and listen to the Impulsive podcast, if you start at episode 1, which I think released in 2018, 2019 was where the first episode landed,
Mm-hmm.
and you listen to something now, you can tell a huge difference in Logan Paul.
Yeah. That's so true.
He definitely has grown.
Yeah. But, well, I mean that brings us to the end of our match card. I know they were teasing down the corner of the screen that Friday we're gonna have a confrontation between Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre. Why? I mean, I'm assuming only because he just got eliminated. But
Yeah,
again,
Drew
just
McIntyre came out and eliminated Cody.
close the book.
I as I said last episode, I think it is Jacob Fatu, Cody Rhodes, and Drew McIntyre.
Yeah.
And honestly, I don't think Cody's in the chamber. I think Jacob is. I think Jacob wins the chamber and goes after Drew, but Drew's been involved with Cody so much that then Cody somehow and Jacob has been involved with Cody
Yeah.
as well,
Cody's just like,
that
yeah, I'm getting
Cody
in this
gets
too, bro.
inserted somehow.
I'm just getting here.
Like Cody starts brawling with them and gets mad and goes and complains to Nick Aldis, and finally Nick Aldis allows him to join the match.
Yeah. I don't know what the outcome will be.
Um, but that personally, I think that's we have 3 of our 4 world titles like secured in who the matches are.
Mm-hmm.
Being, I'm pretty sure it's going to be Jacob, Cody, and Drew. You're guaranteed Punk and Roman.
Yep.
We're pretty sure it's going to be Liv and
And
Stephanie, or
Stephanie
Liv
or
and
Raquel, if
Raquel.
that happens again. I don't know if that'll happen again
Yeah,
though.
Liv and the women's world champion.
Yeah.
But I don't know who Jade Cargill is going to get because let's say Bianca Belair doesn't return. I think she will, but let's say she doesn't. The only feud or some substance we have is something between her and Jordan Grace, and is Jordan Grace ready to be
A
a key
WrestleMania.
highlight of
Yeah.
WrestleMania? I'm not saying she can't be on the WrestleMania card. I'm not saying she can't do it, but are we sure she's ready
Yeah.
for it?
I just really think that we're gonna end up somehow, some way seeing Bianca Belair, and I think
Yes.
she'll go to Mania, and I think she'll even win it. at Mania.
I very much see
Because
that too.
Jay would have by then have a decent title run. I mean, I really don't think she's
But
like
has she
decently long, I should
did
say.
so she won it off of Tiffany
Yeah.
at when?
I don't know. They all start to blur.
Was it SummerSlam after she won Queen of the Ring? Or
No, I
it's
thought she.
Tiffany
Well,
won
I thought
that?
it was like more than one.
Yeah, there was more than
There
one.
was more than one title defense, and like those two
Yeah.
of those two. But I thought it was a
Well,
crown jewel, was
and
it?
it was before Survivor Series. So it would have been no, it would have
Or
been
was it
was it
Clash?
Clash in Paris? I'm not sure. I don't know. Either way, how much has Jade Cargill defended the title though? Is my question because I don't remember a lot of title defenses, especially recently.
Hmm.
Um, I haven't seen much of Jade Cargill on screen personally. I will say I have been lacking in the department of paying attention during SmackDown.
Yep. I just did a quick Google search.
Yeah.
It was November 1st at a Saturday Night's Main Event.
Okay. So she's held it for
Like a
almost
good while.
3 months
Yeah,
now.
and then if she holds it till Mania, that's what,
Yeah.
another
Um,
2, 3.
I know she's had defenses. Like I think she defended against Nia Jax one time on some episode of SmackDown, I believe, but I don't know how
Yeah,
much she's had since then.
I'm not quite sure either.
But I'm not saying like a champion has to defend it every week or
Hmm.
every PLE,
No,
but
it's
like
not like the United States Championship where they
yeah,
do
like world
open, but
titles definitely should be PLE type stuff.
yeah, but
But
um,
I would love to see more of the women's WWE title in the scene,
mhm,
similar to the women's world title over on Raw,
yes,
especially with SmackDown being 3 hours, a similar
yeah,
length and time as Raw, because Raw is about 2.5, but that's because the ads are a lot less on Raw than they are on SmackDown. Short amount of time,
yeah,
at
but
least in the United States.
mhm. Well, then some places we just don't even, like I said, use the VPN. We got to invest in one of those.
Yeah, it would definitely benefit us, but we're broke.
Yeah, this is very true, but you know, we take what we can get. But yeah, I mean that really wraps up. I
Our
thought
Raw
this
review.
Raw after the Rumble was a banger. The first Raw on the road to WrestleMania was a
Great
great
start to the
show.
road to WrestleMania.
But that's really that's all I have. You ain't got
That's all
anything
I have
else?
too.
All right. Well, then we are gonna end the episode off right here. Thank you guys for tuning in. We will get back to you once we get done with SmackDown.
Yeah. SmackDown review might be a little later
Yeah.
because we won't be able to watch it together. We are busy people.
Yes.
Dawson has a bowling tournament,
Yes, sir.
so
We'll dox
got
the bowling right away.
why
You
not?
know what?
Come on, we gotta give you
I watch
props.
wrestling and bowling. I'm
Yeah.
such a man.
But uh, hopefully you do well.
Yeah, we'll do our best, but we will
Yeah.
certainly be
So
attending.
the SmackDown review might be out after after Raw
After
on
Raw.
the 20 or not 20th.
One day, we waiting a long time for that sucker.
On the Raw
On
of
the
the ninth.
the ninth,
So
yes, that's the
we
day.
will have a review out for both of them.
Because we take into account we got bowling and Sunday's a Super Bowl,
Yeah. So
So
we will have it out as soon as we possibly can. Um SmackDown reviews will usually be out a little quicker,
mhm,
but just the the timing for this first one does not work out
yeah,
in our favor.
yes. But well, I guess and we'll wrap it up here. Once again, thank you guys for tuning in to the second episode of Main Event Breakdown. We will catch you in the next one.
Goodbye.